Hello and welcome. Legend has it that Lemuria was a vast landmass located in the Indian and Pacific Oceans, home to an advanced civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. Lemurians are often depicted as highly spiritual beings, living in harmony with nature and possessing advanced knowledge of the cosmos. They are said to have had a deep connection to the earth and the natural elements. Lemuria has been described as a utopian society where peace, love, and respect were essentially the core values. The Lemurians were believed to live without conflict, focusing on spiritual growth, cooperation, and communal living. Many legends suggest that Lemurians communicated with telepathy and higher consciousness, allowing them to live in a state of oneness with the universe. Lemurian appearance is often portrayed as lean and tall, and that they may have even had elongated skulls. It is suggested that these elongated skulls housed larger brains, which enabled and enhanced their psychic and psychokinetic abilities. In some esoteric traditions, Lemurians are described as having bodies that were less dense than our current physical form, possibly even crystalline in nature, which contributed to their advanced spiritual abilities. Lemurians were believed to possess advanced technology, particularly in the use of crystals for healing, communication, and energy generation. They are often credited with creating powerful crystal grids that harnessed the Earth's energy. Lemurian architecture and engineering were said to be based on sacred geometry, reflecting their deep understanding of the universe's mathematical principles. Lemurians are also thought to have developed eco-friendly technologies that harmonized with nature, preventing environmental degradation and promoting sustainability. The most common theory about the downfall of Lemuria involves a massive natural catastrophe, such as a series of volcanic eruptions or earthquakes, which caused the continent to sink into the ocean. Some esoteric beliefs suggest that Lemuria's downfall was due to a spiritual decline or a shift in the Earth's energy, which resulted in a lower overall frequency, resulting in the loss of their higher consciousness and connection to the universe. In some myths, Lemuria's downfall is linked to the rise of Atlantis. It's believed that as Lemuria declined, Atlantis ascended, eventually becoming the next great advanced civilization. Next up, we have the legendary Atlantis, the epitome of ancient advanced civilization. The story of Atlantis comes primarily from the works of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, specifically his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced civilization that existed around 9,000 years before his time. Atlantis is depicted as a highly advanced civilization with remarkable achievements in technology, architecture, and governance. The Atlanteans are said to have possessed sophisticated engineering skills and constructed grand structures, including temples, bridges, and canals. According to Plato, the Atlanteans were descended from the god Poseidon and a mortal woman, Cleito. They were initially virtuous and lived in accordance with the god's laws, promoting justice, harmony, and prosperity. Atlantis was characterized by a balance between spiritual wisdom and material wealth, with an emphasis on both intellectual and physical pursuits. They are often depicted as physically imposing and beautiful, with a noble and dignified bearing reflective of their divine heritage. In various artistic and literary works, Atlanteans are often shown with advanced clothing and armor, symbolizing their sophistication and prowess. Atlantis is renowned for its skillful architecture, including palaces, harbors, and a complex system of concentric rings of land and water. The capital city, with its grand temple dedicated to Poseidon, is a focal point of Atlantean legend. Atlanteans are believed to have harnessed powerful energy sources, possibly including crystals, to power their cities and technology. Their engineering feats and innovations were far ahead of their time. According to Plato, the Atlanteans eventually became morally corrupt and power-hungry, leading to their downfall. They deviated from their virtuous ways, causing divine wrath to befall them. The most famous aspect of the Atlantis myth is its sudden and dramatic destruction. Plato describes a cataclysmic event, such as an earthquake or flood, that caused Atlantis to sink into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. Some scholars and esoteric traditions interpret the story of Atlantis as an allegory for the rise and fall of civilizations, emphasizing the consequences of moral and spiritual decay. Despite extensive searches, Atlantis has never been found. Various proposed locations, such as the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, and Antarctica, remain speculative. Atlantis continues to be a powerful symbol of human potential and the delicate balance between progress and hubris. Now, let's visit the ancient site of Göbekli Tepe. Unlike Lemuria and Atlantis, Göbekli Tepe is a tangible archaeological marvel dating back over 11,000 years, predating even Stonehenge and the pyramids of Giza. Göbekli Tepe is an archaeological site in southeastern Turkey, discovered in the 1960s and excavated extensively starting in the 1990s by Klaus Schmidt. Dated to around 9,600 years before the Common Era, it is one of the oldest known monumental structures. Its discovery has revolutionized our understanding of prehistoric societies, challenging the conventional timeline of human development and suggesting that organized, complex societies existed much earlier than previously thought. Göbekli Tepe was built by a community of hunter-gatherers, which contradicts the earlier belief that such monumental structures could only be constructed by settled agrarian societies. The site is believed to have been a ceremonial or religious center, indicating that spiritual and ritualistic practices were central to the community's life. The elaborate carvings and arrangements suggest a deep connection to the spiritual world and possibly to the stars. Göbekli Tepe features massive T-shaped stone pillars adorned with intricate carvings of animals, abstract symbols, and possibly human figures. These carvings include representations of foxes, snakes, boars, and birds, indicating the symbolic and possibly totemic significance of these creatures. The stone pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons and standing over 5 meters tall, are arranged in circular formations, indicating a sophisticated understanding of architecture and communal effort in their construction. The precision and skill evident in the carvings and construction of Göbekli Tepe suggest a deep understanding of stoneworking techniques far beyond what was expected of hunter-gatherer societies. Some researchers suggest that Göbekli Tepe may have had astronomical alignments or served as an observatory, reflecting the ancient community's connection to celestial events and cycles. Evidence suggests that Göbekli Tepe was gradually abandoned around 8200 BCE. It was deliberately buried under tons of earth, possibly to preserve the site or for ritualistic reasons, leaving it hidden for millennia. The decline of Göbekli Tepe might have been influenced by climate changes and the transition from a hunter-gatherer lifestyle to more settled agricultural communities, which altered social structures and priorities. Despite its unearthing, Göbekli Tepe remains a profound mystery, offering a glimpse into the spiritual and social complexities of early human societies and challenging our understanding of prehistoric life. Finally, let's explore the fabled land of Mu. Similar to Lemuria, Mu is believed to have been a lost continent located in the Pacific Ocean. According to various accounts, Mu was a sort of paradise with a highly advanced civilization which was rich in spiritual and scientific knowledge. The concept of Mu was popularized by British writer James Churchward in the early 20th century. Churchward claimed to have discovered ancient tablets in India that detailed the history of a lost Pacific Ocean continent. Churchward's ideas were influenced by earlier works and various myths from Pacific cultures, which spoke of a sunken landmass and ancient advanced civilizations. Mu is described as a highly advanced society with a deep understanding of science, spirituality, and the natural world. The people of Mu live in harmony with nature, and they possess profound spiritual wisdom. Mu was often depicted as a land where peace, love, and cooperation were the societal norms. The inhabitants were said to value community, spiritual enlightenment, and ecological balance. The inhabitants of Mu are often portrayed as almost luminous and ethereal in appearance. They're believed to have had advanced psychic abilities and a deep spiritual connection to the universe. The civilization of Mu is thought to have possessed highly developed technology in areas such as energy harnessing, megalithic architecture, and navigation. According to Churchward and other proponents, Mu was also destroyed by a massive natural disaster, such as volcanic activity, causing the continent to sink into the Pacific Ocean. Some theories suggest that Mu's downfall was due to a decline in spiritual values and morals, resulting in the scattering of its survivors to other parts of the world. There is no concrete archaeological or geological evidence to support the existence of Mu. The idea remains largely speculative and is often considered pseudoscience by mainstream scholars. Nonetheless, proponents of Mu point to various Pacific Island cultures and their myths, suggesting that remnants of Mu's civilization can be found in Polynesian legends and artifacts. And there you have it, friends. 4 ancient and mysterious civilizations that invite us to consider the wonders of our planet's hidden history. Whether you believe in the legends of Lemuria, the mysteries of Atlantis, the wonders of Gobekli Tepe, or the tales of Mu, one thing is clear: our past is far more intriguing than we might have ever imagined. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this mystic deep dive. I'm Witch Hazel. Until next time, keep exploring and keep dreaming.